So this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 30.
Dirty 30.
Dirty.
Chicka wow wow. Chicka wow. I'm just kidding.
Wow, 30 episodes in. How many episodes is that? Like, how much time is that?
Like okay, so if we did 30 episodes and we do it 2 hours a week, 2 times 30.
You talking
I was about the days.
Yeah.
She's like, if we do
about like how many weeks? How many
weeks?
months does that equate to?
That's like, it's...
I mean, there's 52 weeks in a year, and we're at 30.
30 divided by 4.
There's 52 weeks in a year.
Right?
Yeah.
Would it be 30 divided by 4?
Well,
So 12?
There's 22 weeks. So
we're
we're not quite at... There's 22 weeks left to be a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've done it once a week for... What's 4 divided by... What's 30 divided by 4?
That's what I'm saying. 28
months.
point like something.
Wait,
What? No.
30 divided by 4 is...
Don't 5.
What? We're really struggling with this math.
I'm gonna do
Like
I'm gonna do the church. Excuse myself. I don't know. I was never really good at
7.5
math.
months. Oh, 7 times 4 is 28. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of.
I don't know why.
We not a round number?
I don't know why it was 20.
Whatever. It's been 30 episodes. Forget that. It's been 30 weeks.
That was a struggle, but
Right? Was that 30 weeks?
it's the end of the day.
Oh, no.
But we
End of
only
the
got 20,
7. We got 22
22 more weeks to the year till it's a year.
to our year.
I'm tired, boss.
That was a rough start.
Anyways,
Let's start again.
they're gonna think I'm smart. I am smart.
No one said you
Probably
were.
not smarter than a 5th grader, obviously, because I can't even do basic math.
Oh, okay. So let's get into it. Whatever that is, we're not about to do somber party 2. So we need to liven up.
I'm not somber. I just been busy. So I'm just
Same.
my body, you know.
I decided to move my couch here. I was like,
To your work?
Yeah.
To your workspace.
I can't sit in the chair no more.
I wouldn't imagine so. Shoot, I would have moved that computer to my bed.
I would, but I know how lazy I
I
am.
know I would fall asleep.
Your boy would be super lazy.
Okay, so when we first transitioned from PA, well, I transitioned to at home. I would be working in the couch, and lo and behold, I would accidentally fall asleep. That's how I knew I could not work at home.
It's been 3 months now. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't believe it's already been more than 3 months I've been working from home.
Do you like it better than?
Yes. I don't ever want to go back to any office ever.
So yeah, I'm going back to the office next week, and I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because I really haven't been
outside?
no, really,
Oh,
not
you've been
really.
outside.
I haven't been around coworkers.
Mm.
You know, that energy.
We're supposed to go back. We're supposed to go to the office in January. But I don't know. I think they're going to give us an option, to go in.
To either go in or not.
We're actually having a virtual team builder tomorrow. It's kind of lit. They sent us, what is it called? What's it called? What's the name on the box? Can you see the name? It's like bubbly something. So we're making cocktails at work virtually. So they sent us a pack.
What job is this?
They're sending us. They sent us a packet with bourbon mixers, and then they even gave us the big actual tinfoil mixer and a jigger thing for the whole team. So we're gonna sit there on Zoom for 2.5 hours and just
drink.
kick it. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I would buy so much liquor and be drunk on camera. I would probably fall asleep.
It's kind of lit. They told me about it before I even made the team. They was like, "Oh, we're gonna send it to you. What's your address?" And I was like, "Bet," but it's lit and it's legit too. That's at least $100 worth of stuff in there.
And then let's see, 100. How many people on your virtual team? We're gonna do some math again.
30.
That's $3,000
for our team builder. It's kind of lit.
Wow.
It's definitely lit.
Y'all are gonna be lit.
I'm gonna try to be.
Man, y'all. So I just got back from this wedding. The wedding was really fun. It was in Dallas with my friends from college, and of course, so I went to design school, fashion design school, for those who don't know. So the girl who was getting married, she's a fashion designer. She works for Waters Design, and I actually modeled for their company like a couple months ago. So anyways, she actually designed the flower girl dress. Like she was on the team that designed all of her wedding dresses. So she had like 3 wedding dresses. The wedding was absolutely beautiful. So shout out to Nicole. It's really fun. It was like actually one of the weddings that I enjoyed being in. Cause you know how weddings can be so stressful.
Yeah.
She reassured us. Like she was an awesome bride. She was nowhere near a bridezilla at all. So it was kind of refreshing to actually be in a wedding that,
and enjoy the process.
Yes, enjoy the process, and just watching her get married and stuff, and like watching the father-daughter dance and the son and mother dance. It was a beautiful ceremony.
Yeah.
And then she did all her decorations too. Like her family, I was like, I'm gonna have to hire your family for my wedding if I ever get married. But it was really just a beautiful reception period. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. But I was tired from the drive. No, but not the wedding, but with the drive from I hadn't driven in such a long time, even before my accident. So it was the first time that I drove. Is it drove or driven?
Drove.
First time I drove. And then luckily, I had someone with me to help me through that drive. Not gonna say who, because people are being your business. But
I wonder why. It changes every week.
Anyways, so
ebbs and flows.
Right. So we drove to Austin, and then we drove from Austin to Dallas to Denton. And it was just a tiring trip because I didn't get, from the minute I got there, I was doing bridesmaid stuff, and like we had the rehearsal dinner. Then I had to blow up balloons. I never want to blow up another balloon though in my whole entire life ever again.
You didn't buy a pump?
We had pumps, but it was like 50 million balloons, different sizes. Yeah. And there's a certain way to do it. I built a balloon arch, so I might be going. You know what? I might go into balloon making businesses, whatever it's called. But
fun.
It was a fun experience.
I've only been to one wedding in my life.
Were you in a wedding?
I was the best man.
Oh wow. Whose?
My best friend Tori. Shout out to T.
Nice.
He had his wedding at an art gallery.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
A 2-story art gallery.
My wedding's gonna be a destination wedding. Beyonce's gonna be singing. She only gets 2 minutes because she can't steal my shine.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Set the tone.
It was in San Angelo. Like we had to drive like 3.5 hours, but I didn't do any work. So bridesmaids have to do work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do anything.
We were pretty much cussing at the groomsmen. We were like, what the hell are they doing? They should be blowing up freaking balloons. But then we thought about it. We're like, if we tell them the task to blow up the balloons, chances are they're going to blow up the balloons wrong.
Yeah.
And
we didn't do shit.
Like the next day at the wedding.
Pictures, showed up. They paid for the hotel for everybody, all the groomsmen and the brides. So we just pulled up, drank the whole time, and ate barbecue.
See,
that's good.
There's
usually a lot of background stuff that bridesmaids have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I did kill my speech though.
Oh, that's good.
That was a big spotlight speech. It was lit.
So we had to get there extra early too. Like I had to be there at 8 for hair and makeup. And then I still was making decorations and still running around the wedding before it even started. And then my hair was all messed up. So the hairstylist was like, what did you do to your hair? And I was like, ma'am, I'm working. But she was really good. Hair and makeup was really good too. But like, I did learn a little lesson there. The person that I was with taught me a little lesson about myself that I just didn't know about partnerships and relationships. Like the difference, I guess, like this whole time I've just been in relationships, never been in a partnership where it's just like actual person that you can depend on, But other than that, I had a great trip.
So what did he say was the difference? What is a relationship?
Yeah, I feel like a relationship is a partnership.
What by his definition, what is I understand what you mean by partnership. So if he says that, you've experienced relationships, what does he mean by that? So basically,
I even looked it up too. Let me see. I've saved it on my notes. So good thing that. Because man, he was really upset with me.
We're going to have to spice this up in a little bit too, so.
Where is it? Okay. Okay, so basically, like, okay, so what is a relation? I mean, what is partnership? Stated being partners, we should go on working together in a partnership. Associated two or more people as a partner, plural noun partnership. So that's the definition, right? And then I was curious, so I looked it up. Of course, I'm going to go into in depth about what does he mean? And one of the articles I pulled up, it basically,
not articles.
Yeah. I mean, I pulled several, but this one just hit my attention. So basically it says, like, to look at a relationship as building blocks to a partnership. Relationships are those meaningful experiences you have with people that either die out or turn into something greater. Those beautiful romantic emotional attachments can either dissipate into the thin air. Is that how you say it? I wasn't good at English either. Anyways, collapse with great intensity or mold into something more important, more involved, and more purposeful. So basically that's kind of...
So basically, by what his conversation and by the article's view is, a relationship is a stepping stone to a partnership.
Exactly.
So it's experiences that you have with whoever to get to a partnership, whatever that looks like, whether it's business, whether it's intimate relationship or, somebody that you're... Do you agree? I mean, that's what I'm getting.
I don't see the difference.
That's what I'm getting from the conversation and from the article is it's a stepping stone into... And I think, to me, I feel like that is... It's however you want to look at it will vary from person to person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you feel like you can have
all
a partnership.
My relationships are partnerships.
Yes, you can have a partnership in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a relationship to me if it's not a partnership.
Right.
I just feel like...
I think that's how I view it too.
Like I just feel like from past relationships, exactly. Past relationships.
So yeah, exactly. I'll answer your own question.
I've been in relationships where it's just emotional and it's never had the foundation. Like I feel like, I don't know how do I explain it. I feel like with certain relationships in the past, like it's just been an emotional like roller coaster, right? Where I never had that support that I needed, to back up those emotions or back up what was needed in the relationship to have a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And then now moving forward, like I feel like I don't have to depend on myself so much, which I'm not saying
I just feel like that part of your... So I feel like you have a relationship with this person, but all of the other relationships just lacked that partnership.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I think there still would be relationships. They didn't serve that need, or that purpose in that relationship. They couldn't, step up to the plate in that area. I think there's lots of areas of relationships, because if this person was being there for you and being an emotional support and all of that, but wasn't there for you sexually or physically, then does that make it just a partnership and not? You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's so many different elements to make it up, and so I just feel like those particular people didn't meet that partnership need that you require.
Yeah, because I think like I said in the past, like I've always had that. Like it was good, wasn't great, but now I'm starting to see like there's more. Like I'm learning for myself. Like I need to. There's certain parts that I was missing.
Correct.
Especially if I'm moving towards where I want to move past like the girlfriend stage. Like I want to move more into that I don't want to say wife because I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to say that right now. But just for kicks and giggles, if I want to move into that marriage stage, like now I'm just kind of seeing like for myself, like it was a hard pill to swallow too. Like. Because I'm just like, I'm sitting there.
It's something you're not used to.
True. And I'm like sitting there like, why are you like upset with me when I'm trying my best? I'm trying my best, but I'm just like, well, yes, even though I'm trying my best, but sometimes I don't have to do everything by myself. Not to say that it's not that I'm being codependent on that person, but it's more like we're working together in a common goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I learned my lesson, so I'm learning, and like, I mean, I just, what's the word? I was a little shocked that's what I was fighting about. Not really fighting about, because I don't want to say we were fighting. We weren't fighting, but we just had a hiccup or disagreement. Me and my friend. Gotta be careful. I'll use my words out here. But other than that, like I said, the weekend went really good. Didn't really get to try any foods. You know, I didn't really get to venture out. I mean, I had Popeyes, but you know, that's not really saying anything. But yeah, the trip was good.
That's good.
Well, I actually can transition into something else. So I had this conversation with Robin, I think a week ago, about how you deal with conflict. Right? We have such a different way of dealing with conflict, and it's either way is not bad, right? So with me, if something doesn't happen or go my way, I just think that's a sign to go harder. Like, if it don't go my way, okay, bet I gotta go harder. With her, like, if something doesn't go her way or something doesn't work, it's on to the next thing, right? So it's dealing with conflict. So how do you guys think you guys deal with conflict? And do you think it hinders relationships you've been in?
Man, like, I like to resolve things. Like, I like to resolve things before going on to the next thing, or else it will eat me up. I will be in my head about it. So I either have to get it out and talk about if I have conflict with that person, I have to talk about it to that person. Not
conflict in regards to somebody, but like just any kind of conflict.
Well, same thing. I have to talk about it. I have to get it out, or I'll be in my head about it. I'm trying not to be that way. I'm trying not to be more logical and not be more emotional when it comes to different conflicts that go on, whether it's just with someone or if it's not with somebody, you know, if it's just a certain topic in my life or whatever it may be. I try not to throw emotions in it, because I'm a Pisces, and
or you can just be an adult and
no, Pisces, Well, I mean,
I'm a Pisces, but you could, just take responsibility for your actions.
I do I always take accountability. No, that's one thing about me. I do take accountability for my actions, regardless of what the situation is. I always take accountability for my actions. But what I'm saying is, even if someone's hard on me, or if I'm hard on I'm gonna be hard on myself regardless. But with conflict, I'm always in my head about it until it's resolved. So
it's just gonna be bothering you.
It's gonna be bothering me
until you address
exactly.
it.
Or till you fix it to something you want it to be.
Until I have a better understanding of if I can, I'm probably not a control freak, but I like to control things in my life, even though I probably shouldn't.
That is a control freak.
I'm probably a control freak. I like to control everything in my life.
I don't really consider it, but actually
it is.
But okay, let me reword that.
Because
I don't know. I'm a problem solver. So I'm when it comes
to
you
try to control the problems in your life.
No,
she just said the exact same thing, just a different way.
She tried to smooth it over.
She's I don't just control. I just, sometimes I control. What?
No, I'm a problem solver. Ding! I wish I had a little ding. Yeah.
And that's also a version of conflict resolving. Once again, so for me, if a conflict happens, I just think that means I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
If a conflict happens for her, it's probably time to move on. If conflict happens for you, you're trying to control. Yes, control.
Problem solve.
Control what the outcome is, so it makes you feel better. What do you think your conflict is?
So,
not your conflict, but how you resolve.
So I think for me, it depends on the situation. And I'm thinking of conflict in every area. So relationships or work, or just in conflicts that arise. So I feel like I analyze it first. Like, is this something, is it a big deal, right? Because I feel like sometimes people can make something that it's not, right? So I want to make sure, it might not even be a big deal, and then it gets blown out of proportion. So now it is an issue. So I try to, and this is just something that I feel like I've learned over time, is just first see, is it even really a conflict, or am I just tripping? Because sometimes it can be me, right? So I don't want to make something now. If I feel like, so I don't feel like I will speak on it until I feel like, okay, is it happening repeatedly, and if it's something that is, it's being an occurrence that happens more frequently, and it's something that, because I also feel like sometimes people don't know, maybe that they're doing anything wrong. They're just moving how they normally move. They don't know, because everybody's individual. So what you do on your everyday basis, you may not know that one little thing bothers me or is an issue. Now, if it's something big and I feel like, okay, this needs to be addressed or we can't move forward, then I feel like a conversation needs to be had. So I feel like I weighed the situation. If it's something small, or if it's just me tripping, then I'm just gonna, it's not that big of a deal. Almost like pick and choose your battles sort of thing approach. And then if it is something that continuously rises, or I feel like it's starting to change how I move, if I'm now, every little thing that you do is getting on my nerves, because it built up from something that I never addressed. You know what I'm saying? So then a conversation needs to be had, because this one little thing, you left something out on the table, I'm now upset and it's boiling my blood, then it's because something wasn't handled previously, if that makes sense. So I feel like the answer is I try to pick and choose my battles, look at the situation, see if it's something that needs to be addressed head on, or if it's something that that doesn't even need to be talked about right now. I could just be tripping.
Okay, so do y'all ever okay?
Now hold that thought. Right. So, maniacal, controlling,
problem solving,
impulsive, reserved.
Okay.
Right. So there's not a problem with any way you you feel conflict, right? So we just kind of explained ourselves, right? Yeah. You went in more in depth because you're maniacal, whatever the word is, starts with an M.
Maniacal,
No, not that.
I gotta look it up.
But you over-explained.
I definitely do that.
You over-explained why you feel that way. So you're really tedious and whatever the fucking word is. Some of the goddamn word. Controlling. You want to make yourself feel better about a situation in a conflict. So you try to think and overthink it. Reserved. You just want to move on. You want to move on from the situation, although you may have thoughts that are way stronger.
And let me tell you something. Sorry, I didn't mean, just to pause, to step in, to interject on that reserve. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've experienced it, but just so you know, she is that way with everybody. Like there can be, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to explain. Like we can have a conversation at home and I'm explaining, and she's just going to be like, okay. And then walk out. Walk to her, like she's very reserved. She would just, like you said, rather move on from it, and which
I know.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm pretty sure you probably have encountered that.
And then impulsive, like I see conflict, and my job is to now figure out not only why the conflict happened, but I want to jump into it. Like shit didn't go my way today. Fuck it. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm about to be crazy. Tomorrow it's gonna be way different. I'm not about to sit here and like feel this way. Fuck that.
So one thing about me, like with the controlling aspect, it's only when it comes to myself. Like if it's about me. But if it's about other people,
typically when you control things is when it's about you.
But if it's about other people, like if it's with another person, I'm not saying relationship, coworker, whatever it is, I'll just be like, I'll understand, but I think I explain myself more, and I'll try to like fix it, because I feel like people don't understand me. Even if they do understand me, I feel like they don't understand that I understand.
It's a part of control, yo. You gotta control your environment.
I think what he's saying. No matter how you try to spin it.
I know.
I really don't.
She just tried to spell. She just tried to spell control backwards and said it wasn't the word control.
Yeah.
And there's not. So there's faults in all of them, right?
True.
So it's not saying like any of those kind of depictions of who you are isn't okay, right? It's just a matter of how you explain that to people, right? Like you can explain controlling, but you're still controlling.
I'm still controlling. And I think,
I think speaking specifically when it comes into relationships, just like we're having this conversation, I think if you are having that conversation with your significant other, then you understand them, you learn them, so you know, okay, she really might be feeling a way, but she don't want to talk about it, and I need to maybe not go through the front door. Let me go through the back door so we can try to, do whatever we do. Same thing with you. Like, I know he's gonna, it may not even be something that you have to fix. Maybe it's just me, but you're always gonna be wanting to fix the situation, and maybe I just
stuck on go,
yeah. So I think that if you have that conversation and you just explain, like, this is me, this is who I am, and so then you can, because the next, well, hopefully there's not a next, but if there is a next person, like their approach might be something totally different. So what worked for the last person may not work for this next, but if you understand and know who you're dealing with, then you can know how to move, basically.
And it comes down to wanting to. Right, you just have to want to, right? Exactly. Like you can ask the question and hear the answer, but you're not going to receive it if that's not something you really want 100%. To know, right?
Or care to do.
Selective listening.
Because some people could care less how you respond to conflict, or some people could care less how you feel about certain things, and if they don't care, then it really doesn't make a difference. So
absolutely, this is why 100%. We had the conversation. Like, it was just like two different conflicts I feel like happened within a day or two, but we just handled it completely different. And like snapped on my brain. I was like, oh, we just deal with conflict different. Yeah, and that's okay.
And that's pretty cool. It was
the full moon,
but
no, Jesus Christ, that has nothing to do with no goddamn full moon.
But I like the fact that you can, because I don't feel like everybody does that either. Like, it clicks and be like, oh, we just approach things different. So I like the fact that clicked in you. It's like, absolutely. Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, like it just literally popped in my. I was like, oh shit. We were just like walking past each other, and I was just like, hey, how do you, like, we deal with conflict so different, but like there's no issue between us. Like, there's no problem.
Yeah, and I think that some people tend to be selfish a lot of the times. So the first instinct is to be like, why don't you understand where I'm coming from? Or why don't you understand, you know what I'm saying? So again, kudos to you for even thinking, oh wait, hold on. We're two different people that do things different.
Yeah, we just have a difference, and that's okay. Yeah. And I told her, I was like, you don't have to change that. Like, that's okay. Now that I know, and now that you know, that doesn't mean things have to change.
That part. Because I think, too, going back to that, when you realize that somebody is, especially in a relationship, when you realize, or not you, and not just you. I always say you as in general. But when people realize that, oh, this person does this or likes this or handle situations like that, they feel the need to try to start shifting how they approach things. And then I feel like that contributes to people losing themselves, because they're no longer being themselves, and they're trying to cater to the other person. And
absolutely.
Yeah. So again, kudos to you for being like it's not a bad thing. We're just two different people, and so don't change. We just now are aware when situations and stuff like that arises.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how me and my friend are. So we actually had a conflict. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Either yesterday or the day before yesterday. Anyways, this was from the past. Like, I brought up, not past stuff, but like I brought up like the weekend stuff, And I was like, man, I was really thinking about the weekend. He's like, oh gosh, he's already gotten over it, right? And I was like, I'm confused because you told me that everything is okay, But then later on, you talked to me about it, and I feel like I'm confused because now it's not okay. And then he explained the reason why. He was like, he was like, because why I mentioned that I was sensitive. He's like, I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to say it. So he was basically being considerate of my feelings.
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't say like he didn't tell me right away. He wanted to make sure that he had the right words to tell me like, hey, and collect his thoughts. Where me, I just jump into him like, not like that. I don't look like
that's
that.
Exactly. That's exactly what she does, guys.
I don't look like
that's
that.
that's a perfect picture.
But
it was because of the moon. She does it because of the moon.
And I'll make
and she's
for real.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think that's why when the full moon happened. Anyways.
And it was retrograde.
Yes.
Yeah. Has there not been full moons before and
retrogrades every year? I think retrograde actually happened
last week or something.
No. Retrograde actually happened like 4 times a year.
Yeah.
But this one, everybody went bananas
but
over this retrograde.
But sometimes it'll affect certain signs more than other signs. Like the full moon will affect certain signs more than other signs.
Listen, fuck that moon. If I'm having a bad day, it's just a bad day. If I'm having a good day, it's just a good day. I'm not giving it up to the moon.
How did you sleep the day of the full moon?
Oh,
I don't remember when the full moon. I don't remember.
Did you have any trouble sleeping this week?
Yesterday.
No.
The day before.
I'm actually great now because my shift is late.
What are you, Virgo? I think Virgo was good for you.
I'm not talking about the retrograde. I'm talking about the full moon. The full moon supposedly was affecting people's sleep. It was going to be hard for you to fall into REM sleep.
Me.
I felt fine. I've been good. I've been since this later shift.
I'm just throwing out when I asked, "Hey Google, does the full moon affect your mood?" It will. And it told me all the necessary things. I'm just saying, it said it's gonna.
I did even a ritual.
And I don't like the way. I don't like the way people use it as an excuse. Like now it's just retrograde. Like my ex-boyfriend hit me up. Retrograde. Like what?
But it's true.
You've been posting ass pics for the last 3 weeks. Yes, he's gonna hit you up. What are you talking about? Your ass is retrograde now? Like what the fuck are you talking about?
So I think the point was like they will come. So they might come around. Your exes might. But. Because of the retrograde, you're not supposed to entertain them.
You're supposed to be able to let it go.
Yeah, things could go bad.
You should probably do that
anyway,
all the time.
Not just during the retrograde.
They're your ex, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I have, but people just like to. Okay, but it was the moon.
Well, I hit my ex up in the middle of the retrograde. Like fuck it. Fuck it. What it do?
2 of my exes hit me up. One of them.
You didn't say because of the retrograde. I hope the text was like, yo, what you doing retrograde?
It had nothing to do with the retrograde. It was more like, I'm gonna come to your city. What's poppin'?
So 3 of my exes hit me up. One of them hit me up. I already had him blocked on OnlyFans. I mean, not OnlyFans. I had him blocked on.
You said what?
I had him blocked on everything else because he deleted. This week I was mad. He deleted me from the Netflix password.
Your ex?
Yeah, from like.
There ain't no retrograde.com.
From like 10 years ago.
There probably is.
From like 10 years ago. This is my first boyfriend. He changed the password. Of course, I called him. I said, "Why you gonna change the password now?" Anyways, he hit me. He found since I haven't blocked him.
That was a setup. Let me change the password so I know this.
But I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him up.
See if she gonna slide.
I didn't.
I thought you just said you did.
No. What I'm saying is I had him blocked on everything, and then he changed the password. So I was like, whatever. I can't believe he changed the password. But he hit me up on my OnlyFans account, and then he was like, blah, 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 and I was like, you changed the password.
No, he was like, can I get a free month subscription since you've been off my Netflix for the last couple of months?
Yes, y'all got a barter. Yeah, this is a bartering deal. There ain't no more free rides.
Forget him in that Netflix.
Turn around, poke it out, and I'm going to give you this password. And what'd you do? Turn around and poke it out?
I hell sure did not. Okay. And even if he did give me the Netflix password, I still wouldn't. Okay. But I told him, I was like, why are you hitting me up? I said, I just think it's a good idea.
Don't they have to subscribe to you?
They can still, if he's already subscribed to me.
So he pays monthly?
Yeah.
But he's trying to get his investment back since he's been paying for Netflix.
Yeah, he already subscribes.
So you already making some coins on
but I still want it doesn't have
Did you get the password?
No. He totally avoided my question. So I was this close to blocking him off my OnlyFans.
What if he responded retrograde when you asked for that?
Oh, I did tell him it's because the retrograde.
Well, if he told you it was.
I would say I agree. But it's okay. I'll just buy my. I'll just.
Let's just go ahead.
I'll just buy my own.
Yeah, just pay that little fee.
I had to buy my own HBO.
I'll just buy my own.
I've been on
$6.99 subscription.
You don't understand. I've been on the.
I think they're $8.99 now.
Let me see.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
I'm just kidding.
26, 17.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. I'm gonna find out.
I've been on that Netflix for over 10 to 12 years. And now you want to change it?
Is he in a relationship?
Yeah, but that has not stopped.
That's nothing to do with Netflix,
right? It has not stopped him from hitting me up before. That's what I told him. I was like, I'm
so
seeing
if
someone,
you have him
blocked,
why are you still using his stuff?
Because he never.
Why don't you just cut all ties?
Why not? Like I don't have to communicate with him during Netflix, and he doesn't even look at Netflix.
Let it go.
Yeah, drop it.
I'm gonna just tell you to let it go.
Get your own Netflix password, please.
Yes, let it go.
Let's cut a while.
You don't need him.
If my cousins are listening, y'all have Netflix. No, I actually have Netflix at my house. I have my own Netflix.
She said, I actually have it, right? Like, I don't need this. I have it.
But it was easier to remember his Netflix password since I've had it for so long than actually put it on my phone and my TV than actually having to go to the living room.
This has something. You know what? It's all coming together
for the retrograde.
This is that controlling shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because she likes to think she wants that satisfaction.
Listen, talk about she don't control other people, but she's bullying him for the password. You control yourself and other people, boo.
So my boo thing, he was like, Raven, you will not get everything you want with me. And I said, what? What do you mean? No one never tells me no.
And that's also a really deep conversation when it comes to men and women, right? Like the dude's not supposed to give you everything you want, and vice versa.
I mean, I'm not asking for anything, but I'm just like,
you're asking for it. It sounds like you're asking for stuff.
Don't tell me no. No, it's not even that. Like,
you're so wild you sound right now.
I'm not even spoiled. I think it just.
What does spoiled mean to you? What do you think?
I've never been spoiled in my life. Have I been blessed? Yes. I'm the youngest. What do you expect?
Do you get everything you want?
If someone can't, not to say that I ask for things,
almost everything that you want.
Listen, not that I want to clear the air. Not that I ever ask for anything, because I don't.
You just expect it.
I don't expect anything either. But if
I have questions.
No, listen, I do like the reason why I say is like I get everything I want is because I do it for myself. So if
okay, let's back up.
You never tell yourself no.
No, I don't.
Yeah, let's back up.
I sure don't.
Then you need to practice some self-control.
I sure don't.
She said, I don't ever tell myself no. But why would you?
So you say, don't tell me no. That's what you said, right?
But I was just joking with
it. Nobody tells me no, right? Joking. So you have to ask a question to get a yes or no. So you're asking for something for them to even say no to begin with. You have to be asking something. Where does the no even come from?
Like, let me see the answer.
Is that a very valid
She said, let me see the answer. Did you not just hear what she just said? She said, let me see the answer. She didn't even say, let me think about it. Let me see the answer.
It's not a trick question, but there has to be a question asked for a no or a yes or no response to even be given.
But how we got into this, me and him, how we got into this conversation, he was like, Raven, you're whiny. I am not whiny, okay?
You whine. But keep going.
Right? He was like, you're whiny. He was like, I was like, well, I'm like, no, I'm not whiny. I mean, like,
I just want everything I asked for.
Like I said, if I want something, best believe I'm gonna get it, because the way that I see it is like when I was younger, like my mom, like this is why I say I'm blessed and not spoiled, because like if we wanted something or if we needed something, my mom would go out of her way to get it for us, like even if she didn't have it. So yes, I was blessed. So for myself, like I want to be able to like do that for myself and other people. So the way I said it with the reason why we had this conversation is because back at the hotel in Dallas, I was trying to find the resolution. And like he was like, Raven, you don't always have to find a resolution, you know. Sometimes like you can just ask for help. And I was like, basically no, like I don't have to ask, like I can just do it myself.
She didn't walk back this whole take, guys. Jesus Christ. She didn't walk back this whole take.
I'm hearing you and I'm listening to you, but I am trying to understand where the fact that no one tells me no comes into that, because it don't even fit. If that puzzle piece don't even fit.
Tell me no. If you're gonna tell me no about something, okay, tell me no. But like I'm gonna
all I'm saying is, if you feel that way, stand on it. You know, if you feel like ain't nobody gonna tell me no, then be there.
Now I think I know where it comes from. So even with like my ex in the past,
she's trying to deflect.
She's still trying to find the answer.
Just listen. I know this is the thing, but I know where it came from.
I think like from like in the past, like exes, you know, like if say like for instance, I'm just like, hey, I need you to like I need you like I need you. I need you to go pick up some food for me right quick. Like not that I needed them to like buy me food. I'm just doing this as an example. All right, I'll go do it for you. Can you come drop the shirt off for me, because I can't do it right now at this moment. If you can't do it, that is fine.
That is not what you just said.
But I say that. Listen, but they don't ever tell me no. And so that's why I told him. I was like, in the past, like relationships, they never told me no.
And have those past relationships worked?
So that has set a standard in your mind.
But have they worked?
No,
it has though.
It has.
Because you would have said no. It wouldn't even came up that you have to compare your exes to this.
Like you're literally,
because that's the stand. You threw that out there for him to know.
You're literally saying, "Hey, I'm used to this, and if you're not gonna do it, it's not gonna be a fun time for you."
You didn't. Not those words. But yes.
But I told him, I was just explaining to him, I was like, Rand, no one ever told me no. So me and him were just joking about it. So I know, but it's not an expectation for him to ever do anything for me. I don't expect him to ever do anything.
So let me ask you this:
but no one's ever told me no.
If he doesn't do anything for you at all,
okay, I'm gonna do it for myself.
But would that be a problem for you?
It's just because I don't think it would be a problem for me. But if we're thinking about marriage and stuff like that,
we're not even talking about marriage, just a regular relationship. Y'all thinking about marriage?
But what do you? Yeah, we are. But what do you mean like?
So if he didn't do anything that you have expected of him, even though you say you don't expect things at all,
I really don't expect anything.
So if he's just himself. He's just himself. You know, he's funny, cool. Y'all kick it. What was the explanation? What was the expectation come from? Like, what happens with you? Like, do you lose interest and think like, oh, well, he's not going to do anything for me?
Normally, no, because I always like end up. I think where the no is like nobody ever tells me no is because I think I just don't tell myself no. So if someone right away can't do something for me, or if I ask them to do something, which I rarely ask anybody to do anything for me, like I'm gonna do it myself. Like I'm gonna figure out a way to do it for myself. You know what I mean? So that's I think I'm losing it in the wrong way where I'm saying like nobody ever tells me no. But I just don't. I just don't.
Exactly how you wanted to say it.
And she said it with her chest.
You said it exactly how you wanted to say it.
But that's fine though.
I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense.
It does. It does. It makes perfect sense. I think that you don't want it to look negative. I think that's what you're trying to do. But just be you. Yeah, don't turn it. Be you.
I'm not.
And I feel like if you feel like anything that I ask for, I can go get and do myself.
Yeah.
Then I just feel like that needs to be that. And you don't. If it doesn't matter, if they say yes or no, then you don't even need to tell them that. Just, can you do it? Okay, you can't. Then you don't have to say that I'm gonna go do it myself.
It's a reactory. What's the word?
And I think also what I'm thinking too is like, yes, nobody ever tells me no, because like if I can't do it, the second option that I'm gonna go to is like, Mom, You know, like I'm going to go to, like, because that's how our family. That's how our family is.
I understand that, but I think when you tell somebody nobody tells me no, it's kind of almost like reverse psychology. Like I'm just throwing it out there.
Don't ever tell me no.
I'm gonna get what I want to get. I'm gonna get my way regardless.
And that can be very detrimental to a relationship. Only in the sense, and not saying we're not saying you're doing anything wrong. Once again, that's just a conversation. Like if you like kind of give that energy off, it's kind of tough for a guy to adjust to you, right? You know, every relationship is different, and you expect a man to adjust to you as a woman and not worry about his couple exes he had, no matter what they did. But it sounds like you're doing the opposite. Like you are sitting here and saying like, well, because I've experienced this is the same conversation we had maybe I think 3 or 4 episodes ago, where it's like you have to treat every person like a new person in your life. Yeah. Like you can't bring what you can bring what you learned by all means, but you can't bring your actions from the previous relationship. Yeah. If you're gonna be with someone, to be around someone, you have to adjust to them and you have to mold around them. Not bring all the knowledge that you already know. Yeah. And just put him in there, and then pick off the things you didn't like about the previous exes and the previous relationships, and then expect him to be that version because you like him more than you did your exes.
And I think that's kind of what I'm doing. Like that's what the whole conversation was about. Was like, you know, where he's like, you got to let me help. You have to let me do this or whatever the case may be. When we're at the hotel, and I'm just like, I'm so used to doing everything myself. Like, I'm so used to, you know, things working out for myself, because guess what? If you can't do it, I'm going to do it. And I'm usually the one who was always like in my past relationships, I'm used to always having to do stuff. Like whether it's planning a date or whether it's taking that person out for a date, which I don't want to get into that. But like, I was always used to just not telling myself no, because if you're not going to take me out, or if you don't want to go with me and I'm offering to take you out, then I'm just going to do it by myself. And I think that's where I got into the habit, so I have to break that habit with myself. So it's not more of where, like, I think that's why we were laughing about it, because how I explained it was like, I don't tell myself no. Like if they can't do it, I shouldn't say if they can't do it. If they don't want to do it with me, then I'm gonna do it anyways. But I'm still gonna be respectful in the relationship. So it's not gonna be like something like if they don't want to go bungee jumping. Okay, you don't have to go bungee jumping. That's fine. Jump on my own. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like anything like that where it's like, oh, you need to give me $5,000 by tomorrow. You know, it's nothing like that. She said that so confidently.
Who'd you ask that for? Who'd you ask that about?
What, $5,000?
She said, it's not like $5,457.
The loan company? No, but it's nothing like that. So I want to explain myself because I have to explain myself because there's people that listen to this podcast that are just like, what is wrong with this girl? You know what I mean? I just never tell myself no. And my mom also never tells me no. She'll probably be like, yeah, we can't do it right now. But me and my mom, she's a Virgo, so we come together and we work shit out and it gets done. So, you know, but we were just laughing because he was like, you're the youngest and you're spoiled. I said, I don't even know what spoiled is. Even though I know, yes, I'm blessed. I always say I'm blessed just because my mom, she's a single mom. She did it on her own. So like, no one ever tells me no.
One would say
our title's gonna be no ?
My older brother says I'm the spoiled one, right? But I've like molded my whole life against being assisted by my parents. Like he's the reverse version. So like in his earlier years, he always got help from my parents. Me, I don't want help from them. I don't. Yeah. I want to do it by myself. So I can definitely get that. Like you're the youngest kind of vibe thing. And what was I about to say?
But I always try, like for me, I always try to do it by myself first before because I honestly hate asking people for anything. I don't want to be a burden to anybody. And his thing is like, Raven, just ask me.
You're in a relationship.
And I'm just like,
that's the one time you should be asking.
And I'm just like, I don't
for anything.
It's just because I'm not used to it, so it's not. I can't. I feel like I just everybody always comes to me, and I never tell anybody no. So I'm just like, I don't have not that I have an expectation of someone's like, if you came to me and were like, Raven, like I need help with nailing some pictures on the wall, I probably would say yes, because that's just who I am. But if like vice versa, like if I went to my friends and they'll probably like, oh, I can't do it right now. So I'm learning to not pour so much into other people's cups and leave myself empty.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my lesson is of like telling people no. Like I never say no. I should say I never say no to other people. People always say no to me.
It's a roles question, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys see your roles in relationships? Like, what do you think you're supposed to do in a relationship? This can be as naive as possible. Like, tell me exactly, when you get in a relationship, what do you think your job is to do? And
like right now, or
no, any relationship. So just coming into a fresh relationship, what do you think you're supposed to
do? Help each other.
No, what do you think you're supposed to do?
Yeah, me. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no,
for
you
me,
can't, can't just be you and you help each other. So.
Well, definitely, I want to. Like, for me personally, I'm a support system. I am. If they need me, I'm there for them, 100%. If I can't be there for them right now, I'm going to try to figure out a way to be there for that person. The business mindset person. So like always coming up with new ways to, I don't know what the word, I don't know. Like I do a lot. I think I've done a lot. So it's that controlling aspect of myself. So I got to the mindset of like, just let, like, I'm very, like, oh my God, I can't even explain. I'm very, what's the word? Yes, I'm very controlling, but with the right person, I'm also very like, and I don't mean this in a sexual way. I'm very submissive. Like I'll listen to that person. So like, I don't know. I just do a lot in a relationship. Sometimes I overly do stuff because I just want things to work.
So would you say you're scriptive?
Explain.
Like you want the script to work out the way you want it to read. Like you want this book to end the way you want it to end.
Oh yeah, I already written the book in my head. Mm-hmm. It's already on Pinterest. Mm-hmm. But I know like things work out I'm learning that things just to be in the present moment, not to look into the future, I'm learning not to be in the past. Like that's my lessons right now, not to be so much in the past, like forget the past. Like, yes, the past brought me to where I'm supposed to be. And like the future is unknown. So why worry about the future? Like tomorrow's not promised. So just live like right now, So I'm learning not to, I know I'm way off from the question, but I'm learning.
You're actually explaining exactly who you are, right? Yeah. Like your life is a book. Yeah. And you expect to be able to read backwards to get answers moving forward towards the end of the book. Like you want to be able to go back to page 3 and figure out what's going to happen on page 12.
Yeah, and now I can't do that because this new relationship is
completely different.
Yeah, it's completely different. Like I can say in the past, like in the past relationships, those relationships were probably similar, so it helped me with that. But this one is completely new. It's like opening up a new page, and I'm the author, so I get to write what,
I mean, you are.
Yeah, like or I should say me and him are a partnership, so we're the author, like writing our book right now. And like he's teaching me to just like ride the wave. He's teaching me how to be patient, and like I'm actually enjoying it. I don't like we're having fun, like without like an expectation, because usually I'm just like on it where I'm like, okay, well, and even down to the details where we're just like we're also waiting for each other too, and then like I don't know, it's just different.
Everything you're saying everything you're saying everything you feel, and that's just what it is, right? So clearly you're scriptive. You want to know what's going to happen in the next chapter. I really do,
but now I'm just like, Raven, don't think too much. Like Raven, don't think too much into that. Like he can usually I'm just like, I need to know where we're gonna be. You know, I used to tell him that I need to know where we're gonna be. He's like, I don't have to know. Like, I already know. Like, I can come into a relationship.
When you say you need to know where you're gonna be, like, and you're talking about like in your relationship. Like, I need to know what we're going, where we're going, what we're doing. Yes, what is this? Because like, we've seen each other for X amount of time. Okay, now what is this?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Is there a future? Mm-hmm. Is there like is that what you're meaning?
Yes. So usually I'm just like, well, in the beginning I was like, I need to know where this relationship, like you're saying, where is it going? Because I don't want to waste my time or whatever.
We've had this
and I don't want,
too.
I don't want to feel like I'm like I don't want to feel like I'm alone, you know. But then I had to realize like that was like past issues because I didn't want to feel abandoned. And I was being codependent. So I had to break that habit where now I'm just like, and I mean, not like codependent where I need it somewhere like money, financial wise, because I really don't, but like more like codependent on a relationship for my emotions. Mm-hmm. Now, whatever, like now I have faith that it will work, and then hope if it doesn't work, I still have hope that there's still something out there for me. So I think we're in the difference where I'm like, oh, I need this to work. I need it to work because I need to, like, I have to, like, I don't want to hurt, but like, we're humans. We're going to end up hurting or we're going to end up thriving, you know? So there's a lot that I had to learn, that I'm still learning about myself. Habits that I had to break. But I'm enjoying like every single moment. Like we don't, like, it's different where in the past where I used to like sit up there like feeling like I'm not being able to be heard. Well, in this relationship, like, he listens to me. He cares about my emotions. He cares about that I'm like, even though we're not in a relationship, we're still like, you know, courtship, dating, whatever you want to call it. Like, he cares.
So y'all are not in a relationship?
We're not in a relationship.
So how long have y'all been talking?
For a couple months, since April. But he hasn't asked me and I haven't asked him. We are literally just being patient with each other and healing. Because if I jumped into a relationship right now, like, I don't think that I would, like, a couple of months ago, if I jumped into a relationship, there's still things that I need to learn about myself. And like, you know, I'm not where I want to be. He's not where he wants to be. And I'm not saying that should stop you from being in a relationship, but I want to do things differently. And I want to be patient with myself. Not only patient with him, but patient with myself. And, you know, try it this way. And I mean, I don't think this, like, honestly, I think more relationships should be like that. And normally I would probably say like my relationships were in the past, like, based off of like, well, my previous relationship was because we were just friends with benefits at first, and then we jumped into a relationship. Where this one is just more like an actual conversation. Like, we talk more, and we go over, you know, actual just, you know.
You don't hear that shit?
They're wearing stone shoes.
That's all I hear all day. Just boom, boom, boom. I'm just like, what the? Do I sound like that when I walk?
They're heavy footed.
This shit thin as hell.
Okay. You know, there was a party in Denton. This off topic. They fell through the floor.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were still partying after that. I wasn't there.
With a hole in the floor?
Yeah, I saw it on the news, but yeah, it was at one of those apartments, and I actually had been to that apartment before. But yeah, anyways.
That's when people below them. Like, what if we just chilling and then it falls?
I'm like,
lawsuit.
I'm like, do you want to join the podcast?
No, I'm good. Lawsuit.
Okay, do you want me to fall out? Because I will.
Lawsuit.
I'm not talking until you get that money. I just want my cut.
What do you think about you, Brittany?
So for me, I feel like the role that I play is I come in with the intention of being your balance. Like, I want to be your balance. I want to be, when you, especially for black men, I love my black men. I love all races, but I love my black men. Kudos to them. Yes. When they go, and I think I've expressed this before, when they go out into the world and they have so many obstacles that they have to face just from walking outside the door of our home. So when you come, I want you to feel protected. Mm-hmm. I want you to feel safe. So I go in with the intent to be that sacred place for you. Mm-hmm. You know, I want you to be able to come home and know that you're no longer on the battlefield when you walk through those doors. Mm-hmm. So whatever, I think that it will look different for each person that I'm with. As far as like, mm-hmm. you know, because I can also cater. Like if you want to walk in the door and, you know, I can kind of like you were saying, be submissive, but I don't mind, you know, having, you know, dinner ready for mm-hmm. you when you walk through the door. Like just preparing a place of peace. I want it to be peace when you are with me.
Yeah.
So I think that's like kind of the biggest thing that I feel like my role is to be his peace. Mm-hmm. And then there's of course different things that come along with that. You know, I want to be a team. You know, I'm your team player. I'm not your opponent. I want to be your team. I want to build together. I want to create, you know, be domesticated, be a family. I want to create that for you. So mm-hmm. I think that just sums up for me what my role as far as, you know, my approach to relationships.
And I can jump into me. So I'm impulsive. So I'm always okay with being in a relationship and doing different shit all the time. Like I don't like doing the same shit mm-hmm. every day. Like I'm just like if I'm doing the same shit every single day, it really takes me out of character. Yeah. Like I get real rude. Like I'm not a good person when I do the same thing consistently. So always just trying to bring something different in every single way I can, whether it be a thought process, whether it be an action, whether it be a destination. Like me, I'm just like always trying to like, what can I do next? Like what's next? What's this? What's this? What's that? Mm-hmm. Like,
so you feel like part of your role is to bring something new into that?
I feel like my only role is to do that. Like my role is to make sure that anyone I'm around sees and feels something different. Like that's me. My impulsiveness is just mm-hmm. like always trying to create something new, always trying to do something new within the relationship. So that's me. Like, but it also ties back into what we already talked about.
Yeah.
The controlling factor, like the same conversation. And it's methodical.
Oh, okay.
The same thing. You think things out. You're like, okay, if he's gonna come in here, I'm thinking like I've experienced like black men. I've seen black men pass away. So in my mind, for you, you're like, okay, so let me make sure this is the safe place. Like, let me make sure moving forward, like this is the safe place for him, right? And then for me, like I'm impulsive when it comes to my conflict. Like I'm just impulsive in the sense of positivity. Like I'm just like, okay, shit, this shit just didn't happen for me Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm about to get this shit regardless. Like there's not a single person in this world can stop me from being 3 times better the next day, you know?
Yeah.
And that falls through into relationships. Mm-hmm. And it's very important to have those conversations within relationships, not just for you, but for the other person.
Yeah.
And you're going to come across people who just aren't used to it, and that's perfectly fine. But you can't be frustrated when someone isn't used to something.
True. Yeah.
You know, you just have to understand, like, everyone grew up different. Like, no matter what city you was in, no matter what, like, close area you were in, whatever college you went to, like everyone experiences life so super different that you just have to give them the benefit of the doubt first.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say too, speaking on people being different and growing up different and experiencing different things, sometimes what you give, not everybody can receive. Because I can speak on my last relationship, like he was 38 when we first met. So he's damn near 40, and no
they were
female.
Damn near 40 at 38. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. But no female had ever given him any type of gift. I was the first person that ever bought him anything. So he's never experienced that type of love. So almost to the point where he didn't know how to receive it. Like, you know, when I would buy things and, you know, like when I'm committed to somebody, like I'm gonna give you my all. So like even like some of the gifts were, you know, very expensive. Like some of them I want to back. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to back. But
some of them want them back.
No, just kidding. But almost to the point where like he's like, I can't accept this. Like he didn't know how to receive, and it got to a point where he was like, stop giving me stuff. Like he couldn't. Oh, and I think from the way that he grew up and the relationship that he experienced, played a detrimental part. Like it got to a point where like he just wasn't used to the love that I gave, you know. So
like my past relationship was like that, like where for Christmas, like he was, you know, he was like, are we gonna get each other gifts? It's like, of course, man. I was like, you don't have to give me anything. I was like, because, like I said,
what if he didn't get you anything?
I'm gonna get it for myself.
Nobody does not give me anything.
But if he didn't get it,
you don't have to give me anything. But nobody I've ever been with hasn't given me anything.
Okay,
just throwing that out.
I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Raven Brown will get it for herself. But
exactly, like you don't get it for me. I'll get it for myself. And
he was like, yeah, we're actually gonna go to my mom's house. I was like, okay, so for me, I'm gonna get your mom something too, because like I just think that's just how I am. I'm gonna get your mom something because like I have a thing with parents. Like I love parents, whatever. Anyways, I got like I got him an expensive gift. He was like, what? Like very shocked. Of course, my gift wasn't that expensive, but it's okay. I really don't care. But
she definitely cares.
No, I don't. I really don't care. Like honestly, I really like.
You typically don't say you don't care.
I was just happy that he got me something. Like,
have you ever opened a gift and been like,
wait, does she know me?
Only for my sister.
Have y'all ever experienced have you ever opened a gift and be like,
from my sister?
Actually, no, not in my adult life. I think like
my sister, I threw her little necklace back at her.
I think I'm pretty simple. I think anything like kitchen gadget wise is pretty like. If you don't know that by now, then you don't know me.
So let me throw this out. I'm gonna let you finish your story. I'm gonna just throw that out while we're talking about gifts. So I got a gift, and you know I liked it when I got it. Right? It was early on in our relationship. So the next year, I saw the Black Friday ad came out, and I realized that the gift that I got was you buy something and you get this free. Like, I thought that was kind of fucked up. I got the free thing. Like, you bought something else for somebody else, and I got the free gift. So
That's the thought that counts, right?
Did you really think?
He clearly did. If he was like, "Dang, the two for one looks like slam dunk for me." He clearly thought it out.
That was a little bit like.
I actually still wear my purse.
He clearly thought it out.
My ex got me.
That's fucked up.
I actually still wear the purse that my ex got me, even though I know where it came from.
Like I was grateful the year before, but then I saw what the fuck you did. Like I feel like I got played.
This is how. Like,
were y'all still together?
The next year, yes.
Shit, now he just.
He stepped it up the next couple of years. Like
you got to. It's levels to this shit. You can't just get the girl the great gift the first year. Like you gotta wait.
I'm actually.
But my gift was good. I think he felt salty when he saw my gift. He was like, "Oh shit." Like, but I didn't know. Oh shit! Yes, I paid this, and y'all got the free gift. You didn't even pay nothing. That was coming regardless. If we weren't together, you was still gonna get that.
Hey, listen. He sounds like a smart man.
No, he don't.
He's toxic.
Regifted. That's what he did. He regifted.
Basically.
I don't like that.
Me either. But continue.
This is how I found out like he don't really be giving people gifts, because when I gave his mom a gift, I bought her Versace, like my favorite perfume, Versace Bright Crystal perfume. That is expensive. It is expensive or whatever. It's not really expensive, but it's expensive. And then I got her like a blanket. Like I'm just very thoughtful with my gifts, and this is what it is. Like I don't care if it's a donut, whatever, as long as it's thoughtful. You know, like you know that if you know that I love cheesecake, why would you give me pecan pie? I love pecan pie too.
I'll take both.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I take the time to listen to people and see what they like.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he didn't do that, but it was okay. Like, you know, I'm
the same way though.
It was just
it was
the fact that he got me something.
If I know that we've talked about something and then like,
you give me cheese
do that for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was pregnant with my son, my ex-husband, we were dating at the time. We weren't married yet, but we were dating at the time, and all I craved during my pregnancy, I think I told y'all the story, was pickles from the San Antonio Zoo. They had to be the pickles from the zoo. I don't know why, but just those with, don't come up in here with no kosher, whatever those pickles are from HEB. Anyway, so for Valentine's Day, I had gone over to his house, and he had dinner and everything already. He had me, I think he bought me some jewelry, but in the refrigerator was a whole thing of pickles from the zoo. Like, that meant
love.
That meant so he went to the zoo. He asked, "Do I have to buy an admission just to buy something out of here?" And they were like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "I just need some pickles." So he went to that meant sweet. More to me than the pickles.
See, that's a hard conversation for me.
That's how I am.
Right, like he cooked you a whole dinner, right?
Yes.
So he slaved over a hot stove.
No, he didn't cook it.
Okay, that's different. Then
He got dinner. Yeah, he got dinner.
That's different. I was about to say he cooked you a whole meal, and you was like the pickles. Like you just sat there for hours cooking a hot ass meal.
No, he didn't. He got dinner.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
The fact that she was like, "I like this from the zoo."
He lived on the other side of San Antonio, so he went all the way to the zoo. So it's those things for me. So kind of like what you were saying, like you knew, you listened, and you really, I don't know, you just I cared.
Yeah.
Or you cared about me. You know, and so yeah.
See, like for my other ex, like I knew that.
Not your other ex, like Jesus Christ, we're not doing this.
No,
Raven, we're not going through the list of exes that got you gifts you didn't like. We're not doing that.
No, I'm just saying.
We're literally not doing it.
No, I'm just saying like one ex for him, like. How I like
Jesus Christ. This one ex.
You should just say my ex.
Can we just say numbers?
Yes.
Can we say one, 2?
Just say
ex number one
ex.
I'm just saying ex number one.
Every story is one person.
Yeah, every story is one, even if they're different dudes. Just my ex, and leave it at that.
Ex number one.
Jesus Christ. And it's not the fault, like, once again, but it's not the fault of the person who doesn't know how to receive gifts. No. I think you guys are, like, shaming that person for not being able to receive gifts.
No, that's not what
I just said, no. I just said, he just wasn't used to what I gave. Everybody's not going to be
able to receive.
Yeah, receptive to the love. And I just use the gift as an example, but I'm just talking about the love. Like, I'm not for
birthday
everybody.
Balloons. Your boy ain't never had birthday balloons ever given to him in his whole life. And they're just going to sit there forever until they fade away.
No, you should put it in a scrapbook. Make a scrapbook.
But I feel like some people are receptive to it, but then it's just, you're not for everybody. And I think we have to understand that. Like, what I bring may not be what that person is capable of receiving, or maybe they need more and you're not bringing enough. Just everybody's different, you know?
Yeah. See my new boo?
Jesus Christ.
He was like, he's like, I'm gonna write what you like now. Because I was like, oh, I love hazelnut. I love cake with hazelnut on it. He's like, oh, let me just go get my pen. I'm gonna write it down. He's like, because I'm not gonna remember. So it's like little things like that you're actually going above and beyond to just like write down what I like. Do that if you're watching. He does, but I'm just saying, do that. Continue to do that.
All right, we got one more topic. There's more topics, of course, but we'll finish.
But what about my ex? I'm just kidding.
Which one?
Raven can have a whole episode by herself talking about her ex.
We've had a whole Raven's hour.
I am writing a book. Just like not even about them, but I'm writing a book
about what they did that you didn't like because you tried to control.
Not even that. I'm writing a book. It's called Pain into Power. But
that book sounds mad controlling.
It's not.
It just, the title just sounds like you about to be in there telling me what to do.
No, it's about my spiritual growth.
The whole book gonna be like, well, he didn't do, but I told him if he didn't do it, I was gonna do it by myself.
No, it has nothing to do. It has everything to do with me and my growth. Yeah, forget them people. I don't care about them.
Let me tell you something. Mr. Gaddy's is getting a 1 because
what is that sound?
They were 2 hours late with my pizza.
That's just outside.
4, 5, 9, 22, 22. I just wanted to sing. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza deliver real cheese,
real hot,
real taste.
No, real taste is what we've got.
I don't have cable, like real cable.
That was back in like
the 90s. All the other pieces are a thing in the past. Call 459.
I can't remember the
she said she tried to pass it to you. You could.
I thought she said something else after that.
I don't really. Real cheese, real hot, real taste is what we've got. Real fast,
real fresh,
real. She said, "Oh shit." The fact that Robin hasn't said anything all episode.
She said, what you're not about to do is fuck up their slogan.
What you're not about to do is fuck up the Mr. Gaddy's Pizza commercial. That's what you're not going to do. I done let everything else slide all night. I am not about to let that slide. That was great. That's funny.
So what y'all want to talk about? Rape culture or stealthing?
What?
Huh?
Let's do rape culture.
I thought you said retrograde, and I was like, you really
Jesus Christ!
Talk about it?
Because of the moon?
All of that.
No, the retrograde is different from the moon, though.
I thought the retrograde
was Raven rolling her eyes at Calvin.
I thought the retrograde was in the moon. Isn't the moon the retrograde?
No, like Mercury
I was fucking with her all like last week. Anytime I did something, I'm like, it's just the Mercury.
It's like when the planets are going the opposite direction, like Mercury or something like that. I don't really know.
Shit is backwards and out of line.
Yes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whatever. Retrograde.
But we out of it. We in the clear now. Retrograde is gone.
So if your exes hit you up next week,
you can talk to them if you want to.
It's different?
Yes, you can talk to them if you want to. If you want to.
They can hit me up, but will I hit them back?
I thought the retrograde was. Oh, I have no idea. I don't know nothing about this shit.
Let's talk about rape culture.
Yeah.
What about it?
This conversation.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I read through
those posts.
Some of the comments, right? And
I was pissed off.
That's the one from today, right?
I don't know. Was it Michael? Some dude?
Jeffrey?
For whatever reason, I know when all y'all do shit. Like, anytime y'all do anything for some Facebook, it's like, Calvin, you need to know what they're doing. You can post on your grandma's post 28 years ago, and somehow it's going to pop up on my fucking timeline.
The snort for me. You just snorted.
I didn't even know.
She didn't even know.
Oh my God.
It's the retrograde, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the one, Raven? If you're slow, just say that. I think
I wanted to throw hands.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
I wanted to throw hands, but I decided to throw knowledge.
What's the post say?
So the post that Raven shared and started a Facebook fight with, what it says, females, why do y'all feel the need to show y'all's ass, then get mad when men try to fuck? And Raven, go ahead and
explain your position.
Yeah.
Okay. So I always hear this one because whenever I go out, I dress. Let me start over.
2.
I dress how I want to dress because it makes me feel confident. I'm not dressing for you. I'm not dressing for them. I'm not dressing for the other person. I'm not even dressing for my significant other. I'm dressing because of me. There's certain ways I dress. Of course, there's certain occasions I dress. If I'm going to a family event, I'm not going to wear what I wear out.
Like Denver Bronco hoodies?
Who's wearing it? Oh, I took this from my friend. He's not getting it back. It's one. But I
have such hoodie PTSD. I can't give my hoodies away anymore because I'm never gonna see it again.
Oh, he ain't never seen this again. He was like, I was like, I have your hoodie still. He's like, yeah, I need that back. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna get it back.
Yikes.
It's just a thing.
Yeah,
it can't be.
I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing.
It can't be here. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways,
but from
the hoodie that I got, he gave me a hoodie with the bleach on it. That's fucked up, right?
No, you can give that hoodie away. For
sure. I know, because he knew he wasn't getting it back. You wear this one.
I definitely got the hoodie with the bleach. Yeah.
It's got bleach things on
Yeah,
it.
we did.
I mean, there were little bitty dots, but the fact that it wasn't black and white.
That's how we let the hoodie go at that point.
He knew he wouldn't get it back, so I got the bleach
sweatpants.
Yeah, he was cleaning with it.
Yeah,
sweatpants.
Every nigga got a cleaning hoodie. I got a cleaning hoodie with bleach right up on it. I was gonna wear it on this podcast, to be honest with you.
Who are the Denver Broncos? Are those like
it's a football team? Okay, all right, go.
Okay, go with your story.
Yeah, please.
Oh, it says football. Oh.
This is why we don't give our hoodies away. You don't even know what it says.
Right?
You don't even know what it says.
It's disrespectful to the hoodie.
I was like, who is this?
Hoodies ain't cheap.
I thought that was the Mavericks at first.
Jesus Christ.
Dallas, girl. That is Dallas.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Me in sports. Unless it's volleyball or basketball. No,
so you show your ass for you.
Well, I don't show my ass, but my titties.
Oh, okay.
But I wear certain, and people don't even understand certain shirts. Like I cannot wear because like I'm heavy chested, so I can't wear certain shirts. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm going out. Like one shirt on somebody else who's flat chested is not going to look the same on me. So like a lot of the times with my curves, of course it's over sexualized. But I'm not. What my whole stance is like I'm not dressing up for that person. I'm dressing up for myself. But like that doesn't give you the right just because I'm wearing that to touch me, to assume that I want to fuck, to assume that like you can.
I feel like the post is saying the opposite of that. Like the post is saying like if he or the dude wants, like he sees you sexy as fuck or whatever and he wants to. He's not saying all that per the post. I feel like the post isn't saying he's going to. Damn, we need that post. We need that post to be very political correct. Yeah. Fuck.
I know. My phone died. I'm like, shit.
I can't talk about this, so I don't know what the post says.
I was trying to reference the post.
I saved it.
Okay.
Females, why do you feel the need to show your ass and get mad when men try to fuck?
So I do feel like it's how we're interpreting. I feel like
try to is in the sense of I'm not saying whoever posted this is correct and they're explaining it correctly. I'm just saying so try to physically try to is a different thing versus want to.
I see it as say you go to 6th Street, you have your titties out, you have your short shorts and you twerking and and a nigga like, hey short, or I feel like he's like, is that the word cooing? When they ooh, when they whistle and do all this shit. You know what? There's a word.
Early 20s.
No, they still be doing that shit.
They really do.
They still do that shit.
Oh, I don't be outside.
They do that shit. Hey. My name is not A. My name don't even start with A. It got one A in it and it's at the end. Mm-hmm. Chill. But they be like all that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is kind of what I read from it. Like they
have it in
they're
their idea.
kind of harassing you and trying to fuck. Not that that's how I take the post.
Mm-hmm. So if you, and I'm once again guys, I'm not saying that this is the truth or whatever the case would be, but my question is if you outside looking good as hell and a dude really wants to approach you in a respectful manner, right? He's still trying to fuck, but he's respectful. You guys are talking about the flip scale, right? Like the dudes who are say girl, like that, and grab on you and stuff like that.
It's not even about grabbing on me. It's the fact that you already have it in your mindset that this is what you want. This is what you're gonna do.
So girls don't see niggas with gray sweatpants with dick print out and they don't want to fuck.
Honestly, it's not.
Yes.
I mean,
and the season is approaching.
So that's what I'm saying.
I need y'all to, if you wear a large, can you please get a medium, please, and thank you management.
That's what I'm saying. Can we compare that same situation?
I will tell him, I will text my homegirl and be I will fuck the shit out of him.
Isn't it fair?
I will do that.
Isn't it fair?
I feel like I'm
on his side.
Isn't that fair?
But
we're not talking about touching. We're not talking about any kind of physical interaction. Physical.
But the justification, it's more so in my head is justifying that, this girl, just because she's wearing this.
No. So that's a completely different conversation, right? Rape is rape. Any.
No, we're not talking about rape.
We're not talking about rape.
We haven't gone that far yet.
I'm specifically talking about if a girl is wearing this. Say if I'm wearing something.
A man shouldn't want to be attracted to.
It's not even about attraction. It's having the assumption
that she's easy enough to fuck.
That she's easy enough to fuck. That she's easy enough. That her clothes justifies that. Oh, fuck.
See, I don't even think I take it like that. If I put on some clothes that I think I look good in and I think I'm sexy, or if I put on some clothes that I think I look good in and I think I'm sexy, the opposite sex is gonna think the same thing too. That's how I feel. Like if I look, I'm like, ooh, okay, girl, you getting it. Oh, your booty, it's poking a little bit. I've been doing my squats, da da da. If I notice it, how do you expect the opposite sex not to notice it either? And so if a dude approaches me, now there's a difference in approach and how you approach.
Yeah.
And so I think that is a different conversation.
Absolutely.
But I cannot be mad at if you see something that you like. Yeah. That's just how.
I just don't like the assumption part. Like the assumption that. Because the way that I'm reading the post is females. Why do you feel the need to show your ass? Then get mad when a man's trying to fuck. Why do I feel the need to show my ass? I mean, I don't have to show my ass, but like I'm not showing an ass for you to fuck, but I'm showing ass because it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel a certain way. This is not for you. This is not a justification.
So you can come up to me. That's also a different conversation as well. Like it's like you're not doing it for everyone, but if everyone likes what they see, you can't be mad in the sense of like they like what they see. Like you're not right. You didn't do it. You didn't go outside with the intention of men or women. Sometimes I see women hit on women and it's all good. Yeah. But like you didn't go outside with the intention to get that kind of attention, right? But the reality is, it just may happen,
right?
And you also should be prepared as a woman,
I'm
like in that situation as well, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not justifying this post by any means because I didn't say it. This nigga sounds like it's a dude who was commenting. The person who posted it.
It's a page. It's a page.
Yeah. It sounds. It sounds
I shared
real
it from the page. The one who commented, he did post it. He did write it. So I shared it off of there, and then so from there he saw it on my page that I shared it. I was like, what the fuck? Like I hate that where people of course, I always dig deeper into the posts and stuff like that. But I get what he's saying. But still, it just doesn't
you like picking just to pick. You like picking an argument. You may understand what the person is saying, but still gonna argue her.
You're not gonna give him any kind of space. You're gonna be like, no, you're wrong. And you're gonna be like, I kind of get you.
It's more so like me having to deal with this shit because I do deal with it.
I think that conversation went.
Control.
I think that conversation was that conversation went to in a way different conversation that it should have, like per post, right? Because I don't. And I can't say this because I'm not a woman, but I also preference the same example of the men with like sweatpants. Like women can just can be that too, right?
My thing about it is I don't care what you wear. I don't care what you wear.
Please get a medium.
But we also have to also understand that conversation is happening on both sides.
Definitely.
True.
Right? Like
I agree.
You can definitely, as a man, feel the same exact way you feel. Just because I'm wearing sweatpants doesn't mean you can just what's the word? Objectify me?
Objectify.
My eyes are going down. If you have a gray spin, right there.
You know what I mean?
Every time.
But
every time
the conversation that was happening within those comments is a whole different thing.
Yes.
And no matter what you wear, no matter what you have on, it doesn't justify any kind of rape culture or anything like that physically. That doesn't justify that. I don't care if you had no pants on. Like that doesn't justify a man coming at you in any kind of physical way, and vice versa. If I have no pants on, that doesn't justify a woman coming at me in any kind of single way.
Yeah.
So that's why I just wanted to get clarity about the post itself and that conversation, right? Because I read what he was saying, but it only made sense in the sense of what you guys were talking about, like that rape culture kind of thing, right? Like you should you still have to be like understanding in those situations as well. But like I think, and I'm not justifying what he's saying. I don't know this dude. Never had a conversation with him. He could be rape culture king. I don't fucking know. But like, there is no justification for any of that. There's zero justification.
No, I agree.
In any place, in any time, period. Like at all, right? But to sit there and say, like. You can, I'm just saying you can say the same thing for men too, in those situations.
Oh no,
right?
I agree. I agree.
But men usually don't speak up in those matters. So
they like it.
See. That's the same kind of conversation men have with men. Like they like it. Like why would they not? Why would they not like me?
With either. For me, I just don't think it's either okay or whatever. Like
I'm not. I can't. I love this time of year. Okay.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
Like I was telling him, I said you're entitled to your own opinion, and so am I. But for him to call me like basically slow because of that, and I'm just like, one, I wasn't. That's what pissed me off, because one, I'm not slow. Like I'm entitled to have my own opinion on my own page. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like whether it was his post or not, people are gonna share your post if it's something that they believe in.
Listen, I got canceled before allegedly.
Yeah,
I don't care.
And my whole thing about it is, it's just like with the whole rape culture, like there's like in my head, I've read about it, I've studied about it, where people are like, well, she was wearing that, and so that just gave me the opportunity to just, so that's where the rape culture for me came in. And I was like, that could basically, I was saying on the post, like that's basically rape culture. Like you're saying, like you can just objectify women because they're wearing that.
Well, is it rape culture like actions? Like, is it in actions or is it thoughts too? I don't know anything about rape culture because I don't subscribe to
it's both. It's both. So like basically rape culture is to give people more aware of like the things that people don't always say, like
what leads up to it,
like it can be either or. So like say like for example, like one of the rape cultures is like it's basically being more aware like of what happens in rape, like saying like
what thought processes
exactly, like
so like thinking so
like women can be like you're not responsible for being raped
just because you had this on doesn't justify what happened.
Exactly. Gotcha. So that's basically rape culture, like explain.
So actions, not just thoughts. So like if I see a girl that looks fine, I'm like, damn, I want to smash that. That's rape culture.
It's just like rape culture is basically, it's a slew of things. It can be a thought. It's also a thought process. It can be an action. It can be something leading up to the action. So like I said, like it could be like a thought process, like, oh, when girls think, like explain, like chances are during like a percentage of girls think that after rape, it's their fault. So it's like, it can be thought process, but it's basically saying like, explaining all the things that have to do with rape. And a lot, like one of the things like with rape culture is basically like referring back to this post is like if a man says, well, oh, she was wearing that. And it just informs you, like people say that. And even though that's not true, like women, like just because you wear this, like it's explaining to women, just because you wear this, that doesn't give someone the authority to do that to you.
No, absolutely.
So that's basically what like rape culture is. It's just giving women, it's a platform for women and men to say like, just because you're doing this, like a platform for women, just because you're doing this, that doesn't give someone the right to do that to you.
So actions. So like, I don't have the right to think I want to have sex with you based off of the way you're dressing?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to talk about that on air because, like, isn't that, like, you like what you like, right? Like, if it's not saying you went outside for this guy to see you and him like you, right?
But the post doesn't say like, it says fuck.
Yeah.
So the definition of rape culture, by definition, rape culture is an environment in which rape is prevalent and in which sexual violence against women is normalized and excused in the media and popular culture. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, like another definition, it says, including slut shaming is one manifestation of rape culture. So I can see how Raven can
interpret it.
Well, say that if you normalize saying dudes are gonna want to fuck you if you wear short clothes or X, Y, and Z, then that is like, I think that's why she said hashtag rapey vibes, because it's very close to like saying you're normalizing people having and not just want to not just be attracted, because I think that it was the verbiage that he used in that post, but it kind of aggressive, which leans, that's what kind of makes it. If he would have said, girls, like, when you dress a certain way, it does turn us on. So, the way that it came off.
And I'm not justifying the post. I don't know the guy. I'm not advocating for the post or anything like that. I just want a better understanding.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, so now, getting a better understanding. I can see how it's very close. That's why you said rapey vibes.
Yeah.
And that can honestly like set a guy off. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you associating me with rape?
That too.
I'm literally just saying this.
Right. So
exactly. But it's more to be informative.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you're being raped, like you're a rapist, but I'm saying that
it's almost like you gotta be careful how you verbalize things and express things, because you don't want to, what's the word?
Offend?
No. Like the guy, you don't want to normalize this behavior, and then because people can take something and then go a little bit more with it and get a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
In the other post too, like y'all didn't see these comments because it's in a group. So like a lot of the men were like, yeah, you shouldn't be wearing that because you're gonna come off as a slut. You're gonna do this and doing that. So it was a lot to go on with this post. Like it was like so many comments about it, and I was like, oh my god, I need to share this for my own sanity. But I feel like instead of like normal, like you're saying, they're normalizing that is okay to not say, I guess okay to say, instead of like saying like, instead of, he could have just honestly, like the terms, he could have said it in a better way.
It turned me on, or
like
don't turn me on when y'all wear
like
these.
Women, just because, or women, you think, what did he say? Females, why do y'all feel the need to show y'all ass and get mad when a man tries to approach you?
No, he said fuck, right?
Right,
yes,
but
I
she's
know,
saying he
could have, approach you. Well,
I think it was just a naive kind of like illustration of what the thought was.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're attracted to someone, typically you want to fuck them. Right?
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
At some point, like, and I get that.
If you see them out and you're like, okay. And this is for guys and women.
And girls, yes. Women say like, oh, I like this.
Women,
like I like I like that guy. Like I wanna smash. What did they say? I wanna smash that guy, right?
I'll fuck the shit out of him. That's what I said.
So right.
That's my language. I don't know what other people say.
I want that dick. Okay. But anyways, sorry. Well,
but it's the same. It's the same
thing. So,
it's the same conversation.
Yeah, dudes. If y'all don't want me looking at your penis, don't wear the gray pants or get them in the extra large so I can't see.
It's the same conversation. It just probably doesn't overwhelmingly happen.
I did tell my boo thing. I was like, you have gray sweatpants.
So you do it, but
see, you have to be on both sides.
You should let that
out. That's my man. Like we talk like this to each other.
Guess that's different.
So we talk.
But did you wish he had gray sweatpants on at some point?
He already know, and he wore them just for.
So you know what? I did have a friend. She was all the way wild, right? So sometimes, like, we would go downtown and she'd be like, I'm gonna walk up to this dude and grab his dick. And she would do that shit.
Sexual harassment.
She would do that. She did that. There was a couple times, South by Southwest, she went up and grabbed his dick. And then one time, she went up, started kissing a dude in the middle of 6th Street. His girl was there. It was. So, but... Same thing. Like, men can feel a certain way too, because she definitely was grabbing.
See, like whenever I go downtown, I'm always on alert because I'm always like this. I'm always. It makes me uncomfortable because people come up to me and they do that to me. They'll touch me and stuff, and I'm like, don't.
I've been touched. And I'm like, don't touch me.
I'm like, don't fucking
touch me alone.
And they see the other side. They're like, whoa, why don't you come down? I'm like, nah. Don't fucking touch me. I'm like, you don't know me like that. Don't fucking touch me.
We gotta be honest. The stigma of just women being touched in clubs is like
men. No, I've been in clubs
and bitches just be like touching me, and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Like,
dude, I'm not know the 6 feet rule right now. Like, stay away. Back. Give me 50 feet. Like, don't touch me. Don't even breathe. Don't breathe next to me.
I'm swinging.
That's why.
Don't sneak up on me either. I'm swinging.
Okay, people. This is why people are like, "Why do you have a bitch face?"
That's how you be at the club.
Yeah, I'll be. And then my friend PJ was like, "Raven, why don't you smile?" I'll be looking like this.
So people don't come up to you.
Exactly, but guess what they do? They still come up to me.
And they be like,
why don't you smile?
Yeah,
and I said, I am smiling.
I've never used
and I do my deep voice. I said, I am smiling.
I've never used that line.
Definitely is.
No, they're like, why don't you smile? You'd be.
Why do you look so mad?
You look so cute if you smile. I said, I am smiling. I do it.
All right, Brittany, what's that quote?
I do it just like that. I am smiling.
Jesus Christ. I'm ready
and they're like, whoa.
I'm ready for the goddamn quote.
Whoa. I am smiling.
Anytime she brings up that voice, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
What you mean? I am smiling.
I wasn't even ready.
I hate people.
I wasn't ready. So.
Just don't touch me. If you see me in the club, don't touch me unless you want a broken finger. Please do not touch me because that's my pet peeve. I don't like when people touch me. I don't like when they're around me in my space. Like, don't hug me. Don't touch me. Like, I don't even hug my own mother.
Wait, what?
Don't touch me.
You just said I'm just not
like I'm not like a
What?
I'm not. I just don't like. There's certain people There's certain people who are touchy. There's certain people who are not
touchy.
I just like.
I am touchy.
You know what I mean? Like,
am I touchy? Sometimes. When it's retrograde Mercury.
It's true. It's because, look, someone explained it like, especially with the full moon, they're like, we're 75% made of water, right? Like the ocean tides. Like,
no, like the world.
Moon.
Like the world is 75% oceans.
Anyways, what I'm saying. Okay, so you're proving my point that the full moon exists. Okay, let's just get to the quote.
Yeah, I got the quote. We're just gonna keep it short and simple.
Just keep it short and simple, but make sure you smile.
I want to draw a mustache on you so bad for some reason.
Honestly, you know what? Listen.
Is that a Raven Frank? We can call you Frank.
Wait, let me see.
Frank.
What you looking at? My name
Just short and simple. You know what? This is just, every day, we are constantly going through things and we have different things that we're facing. So just know that the best view comes after the hardest climb. So just keep going, keep pushing through whatever you may be facing. You got it. Yeah. Don't let anything stop you.
Amen. You got it.
Frank, chill, yo.
Oh, before we get out of here, just so you guys know, my friend Nancy, 2 things. Shout out, it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. So, it's her birthday. And then 2, my friend Nancy, she is doing another live. And it is going to be on Saturday, October 30th. One friend that she had a couple of weeks ago, they were just kind of talking on the live, and something came up that she was like, her friend didn't drink or whatever. She's like, you're gonna have to catch me on Sips After Dark. And so that sparked a little conversation. So in spirit of that, we're gonna have a Sips After Dark version. So it's gonna be an evening version next Saturday, the 30th. It's gonna be, we're gonna add people to the live. So it's going to be like different topics. We'll add people so you guys watch and, join into the live, join it. It's going to be an interactive conversation. So she definitely wants you guys to be a part of it. She told me to let you guys know. So make sure if you're not doing anything next Saturday on the 30th, join the live and we're going to have you guys in the conversation with us.
Yeah, I'm going to be that retrograde and all.
All retrograde,
all the retrograde.
It might be half moon,
a quarter moon, fifth of the moon.
Whatever moon is in the building, you were in the building too.
10th of the moon, whatever. What does a 10th of a moon mean, Raven? Like if it's a 10th of the moon,
that is nothing.
She gonna find out for you and let you know next week.
If it's a hiding behind the cloud, is there a difference?
Let me look at my moon app.
Not that she got a moon app.
I sure do.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
See, right now it's a full moon today. The moon is in Taurus. And
so the moon is like a sign? Like moons have signs? Like the one moon has different signs?
It goes in cycles, so there's a moon cycle. So this is in Taurus. Yesterday I think it was in Aries. No, I'm sorry. Monday or Tuesday was in Aries.
I thought the earth moves. Or is it the moon around the earth?
They all move.
What about the sun? What about sun retrograde? When it's really hot and you're really angry, and then when it's cold and you want to put on a lot of clothes on.
And this moon is called the Hunter's Moon.
This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode Dirty 30.
Yeah, my name is Frank, and we out.
We're not ending it like that. Sorry, we're not. Frank, get the fuck out. Frank, get the fuck out. This is the Can We Talk podcast, guys, episode 30. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for listening.
Peace out.
Bye.
Oh my God.